How to counter every DBD killer, Part 1, the Blight. Blight is a very speedy movement-based killer that by default has 5 dashes, and with add-ons can make it 3 dashes or 7 dashes. My best tip against Blight is make sure at the start of the game you figure out which of these add-ons he has on, and keep track of how many dashes he has at all times. Right here, I held W from this pallet because I was counting his dashes, and I know he only had 1 left, so he definitely wouldn't have been able to catch me. But sometimes, even if you're counting the dashes, some Blights are just insane and will just outplay you. But the more you play against Blight, the better you will get at counting his dashes. Blight is also one of the characters that you can crouch tech. By crouching on a lower surface while Blight's in his power, you can make him miss his M2. It's a bit difficult to pull off sometimes, but it can be useful in clutch situations. The Hillbilly. Billy is another very fast killer that has an insta-downing chainsaw that good players can make very, very scary. My best advice for Billy is to hold tiles incredibly tight and make sure if you're in the open with no pallets or windows, use your environment like rocks and trees, because Billies can fumble their M2 and sometimes crash into them. Also, a lot similar to Blight, you can crouch on surfaces that go downwards to dodge his power completely, but I wouldn't try and overuse this because it is quite hard to pull off. The Nurse. Nurse has 2 blinks/teleports that she can use to kill you, and she has pretty much been renowned as the strongest killer in Dead by Daylight for about 8 years. My favorite way of countering nurses is pretty much not looping pallets or windows at all, but instead focusing on the edge map. Using things like rocks and trees to just try and break line of sight with Nurse is pretty much the best way to play against the killer. Because again, similarly to Blight, when Nurses don't have line of sight, they really struggle to land their blinks, because the lunge you get after blinks is the same distance as a normal M1. So if you create enough distance by losing line of sight, then you can elongate your chases massively. And that is